Hey y'all, this is Pam at Pink Dragonfly Wingz, and right now I am a very frustrated Pam at Pink Dragonfly Wingz. I have been working on this video all day. I've had camera troubles. I've had all kinds of crap that just has it's just been a day. And so I made this video a while ago, and I thought I was videoing, and I wasn't because my camera had turned off because it says I didn't have any more storage, which I put everything onto an SD card. So, yeah. So I go in and check. Well, somehow I have managed to change the storage location for my camera to be the internal storage, of which there is no storage left. It's full. And that's why I put it on my SD card. So I finally got that done. Came back in here, tried to start again, and realized that this little thing that I made just looked like crap. I mean, I don't know another word to say. But I wanted to show you this because if some of you have some ideas, or maybe you've done something like this and yours didn't turn out like mine, you can help me figure out what I did wrong. I don't know. But anyway, the last video that I made was a video where I made a 12 by 12 piece of Masterboard using PET tape, the PET tape, which is the clear stuff. And I like using it, but I will tell you now that these two will be the only two of these that I make like this, unless I find a better way, because it just didn't work. I don't know why this one turned out and this one didn't, but anyway. So here's the little book that we made. I made it a 12 by 12 and covered it with PET tape, divided it up, and made two 6 by 6 pieces because I wanted to try this to make a little booklet out of it. So I made this little booklet, and this one turned out pretty good. I mean, it's not bad. You know, it's just really not bad. You open it up, and I put a little pocket in here, and I haven't got anything in it yet because I don't really know what I'm going to use this little booklet for, which one of my journals. So I will wait and put pocket tags in here that will match the journal that I'm going to make. And so this just has just a little sheet of paper, another little sheet, little piece of green graph paper. Here's a piece of coffee dyed paper that I made a little pocket on the side. We'll put tags or some kind of ephemera in there. And then the back. This is a piece of paper that I made using makeup, metallic eyeshadows, and put it on here. And I made one because I scanned it into my printer, because once I did it and it dried, then the powder on the eyeshadow powder just was wiped away. So I scanned it into my computer to make a part, and I was going to sell pieces of this paper or give them away or whatever. I don't know how to get the link up on my whatever I need to put it up on. So anyway, that's a whole nother issue that I'll deal with on another day. So, but anyway, that's the paper. This is a little napkin. This is a piece of paper that I extended. I didn't really extend it. I just cut it in a way that we had some left over. And here's the middle of our book, and then it starts over. This one also folds out. Our napkin and our papers. And it's just a really cute little book. Another tag at the back. This is the Masterboard that I cut up, and I covered the inside of that with the cicada wing paper that I had bought online. I love this, by the way. You can write on it, and it's really cool. It's nice. And then when I sewed it together, sewed the spine in, I put the dangles on the outside so that we could have some little, that's a little star, I guess it's a star, star sun, sun star, something, and a dragonfly. And then I have a little tie thing to tie it with. Okay, so let's flash forward now. I tried to make one today. And I have this one. And like I said, it's just crappy. I don't know what happened. All of this came up. It didn't stick. I tried to glue it with my Fabrifix. And while Fabrifix works great on almost everything I have ever used it on, it doesn't work great on pet tape. It just kind of almost melts it. It's just weird. So I went back and I tried to glue it with my my art glitter glue, and that seemed to work a little bit better. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and put this together so you can see. This does not have to be pet tape masterboard. This can be a 6x6 piece of paper. I have a little here. Let me get this. I have a little 6x6 paper pad here. You could just as easily use a piece out of this. I just thought it would be really cool to have the pet tape because I like this stuff so much. And I do like it, but not for this project. So I don't know where that came from. So I'm very frustrated right now. But anyway, this measures out to be 6x6. So I cut it, I folded it down the middle, and made me a little fold out cover. All right, so there we go. So then I went through my stash and I found, or not my stash, but through my scrap pile really, and found some papers that I thought might fit in here. And so, and this one is a little bitty tad short, but I think it'll be fine. And it's a cardstock, so I think I'm going to use this for the cover. And it just so happened that it had yellow washi tape on it too already. So that was like, oh, is meant to be. All right, so we've got that. And when we decorate it, I thought I'd put some kind of pretty flower on here or something. But that's going to be our inside cover for in here. Okay. So then we have these pages. And this one was a piece of cut off that was from somewhere else. And I folded it just to see if it would work. And it will. So what we're going to do with this one is we're going to put it inside here in the center when we sew our signature in. Then we're going to fold these two pieces like this, so we'll have a flip out. So this will be sewn in here, and then we'll flip this out. We have this full page, we have this full page, fold that back in, flip this out, we have this full page, and we have this full page for journaling. And so that gives us lots of journaling space. So I like this one. Now this page is 8.5 by 11, or it was 8.5 by 11. It is now 10 3/4 long by about 5 3/4. It's kind of hard to tell because this, as you can see, this paper is not even. It kind of has a little curvy wave in it that was in the paper. Yeah, I didn't do that. So we have that page. We have that page. We're going to take some of these others. Now this is a page of children's primary writing tablet. And I just wanted to fold it in half. And let's make sure that it is going to fit in here and do okay. And it is. It could cut off just a little bit on the edge. I apologize. We've got the air conditioner man is here working on our air conditioner. And I think they're yelling back and forth to each other out there. But anyway, he's here. So it works lengthwise, but it's a little bit wide this way. So I think I will trim just a little bit of this off. So it will be a little shorter. We'll make it about 2 3/4 inch. And half of this is 3. So that should fit pretty good. Yeah, that's going to give us plenty of room here on the side. Okay, so there's our third page. We have this page here. And we could turn this in. Let's see, let's do 1, 2 3/4 here. Fold this in. And let's try to fold it just a little straighter. I think that I need to probably just go back to bed and start over today, because things just do not seem to be working well. And then we can either cut this off here and have just a plain page. We can fold this in and have, that's going to be a little wide, because if we fold it right there, it's going to stick out further than we want it to. So let's fold it like we want it. Fold that in just a little bit on the inside. There we go. And then we can turn this over here and cut this off. Like I said, most of these were pieces that little cutoffs and things that I had in my scrap bucket when I pulled them all out. So I knew that some of them would not fit, but that's okay. Let's even that up just a little bit. That will drive me nuts. Okay, so then there's us another page. We have this one and this one. That's just this is a printed, it's store-bought paper. These are both coffee dyed papers that I have. This one's a little small. It's going to come in a little short here, but I don't think that will matter. I'm going to fold this one in half, just right here. See if I can find here we go, my bone folder. Fold that in. We'll fold this, let's see. We have it about 2 3/4, so let's make it about like that. And we'll make us a little pocket here. Fold this one in. Well, we could fold it in this way and have the pocket. It doesn't, nobody says it has to be on the opposite side, so we can do it like this. Okay, now then I am going to put just a little bit of a thumb hole right here, just so that everybody knows that it is a pocket. Of course, I think most people will know, but this will just make it a little more obvious. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and ink on the inside of this, simply because when we glue it down, it's kind of hard to do. So there we go. So we'll just go ahead and ink this piece up. Ink all the way around. Guess we really didn't have to do that side, but that's okay. We may change our mind and decide to do it different. Too much ink is better than not enough ink. So there we go. Turn it over and we'll ink this side just to be on the safe side. We'll just ink all the way around. There we go. I hope y'all are having an awesome day. This was absolutely the worst last day of the month I think I've had in a long time. So alright, then we're going to fold this one in here, and I bet this, yeah, maybe it'll work. Yeah. Glue this side down right here. There we go. Oh, kind of have some glue leaking out, so that's okay. Then we'll just glue or ink this little side right here. And then we will come back over that down. And then we'll just go ahead and ink the edge of this just to give it some definition. Go ahead and ink on this side as well. And then I think while I'm inking, I'll go ahead and ink these pages we've already folded and decided. So let's get this done. Ink those around really quickly. I know inking takes a little bit of time, but I really like how it looks. And I'm a pretty heavy-handed inker, so I really like the dark edges and all that kind of cool stuff. So if you don't like that look, then you do something else. You can use a different color. I have lots of ink pads, but when I'm inking for journals and things, I'm pretty much inking using vintage photo, or every now and then I'll branch out and use walnut stain or something else, but not very often. Vintage photo is my love. I love vintage photo. Okay, and we'll just ink this up around here. Okay, and then this is our front, or this is our front. It's going to go into the journal like this. So I'm not going to do this side or this side, because this side's going to fold out this way, and I don't want it to interfere. I don't want it to look like, oh, this is a page and this is a page. I want it to look like this is the page. So I'm not going to ink down the side. So that'll work. We can do this one. I don't think we have to do it all the way around, simply because the edges of this paper are already pretty dark. So we'll just kind of give it a little bit of dimension here and call it done. Up here at the top, so where we cut off. The top of this paper had this same design on it, so it was a full piece of paper. But when I cut it, I cut that off. So we'll add a little bit more, just a little bit more brown on there to kind of dirty it up a little bit, grunge it up, not dirty it. And we'll do it on both sides. Okay, I think we've got that. So we have that one done. We'll do this little, not going to do this one just a whole lot, just because this paper is pretty flimsy. It's intended to be used with young children learning to write, so it's pretty disposable. And let's see. There we go. And we'll do the inside and be done with that. There we go. I had already inked this cover, so that's done. And then I will do this one real quick. And this is going to be like our cover, our inside cover, I guess, so to speak. I guess would be like a title page or something. But that works. We'll just ink right on around here. Okay, so we have that one. We know that's on the outside. That's our outside cover. And then let's see. Not sure if that's got, oh, just had a little piece of paper stuck on it. So I guess that's okay. So we will, I think, let's cut this. Don't want it to be pocket. That's really a cool piece of paper though. So, all right, let's do the 2, 2 3/4. Fold that down, and then we'll just cut this one off right here at the edge. Save that piece in our nubbin bucket. Let's see if of course I did that too wide. Of course I did. So we'll cut off a little bit more. Craziness. Oh, I tell you. Let's see if that's going to work better. Yeah, it's still pretty close to the edge. I think we could still use a little more off. And I tell y'all, wish I'd have paid better attention in math class when we were measuring, because that certainly is not my forte. All right, we've got that one. I think we will save that one and use that in another project, but I want to use this one. We're going to fold this in half. Okay, let's see. And I think that looks awfully tall. Is that big enough? Or too tall? That is pretty tall, isn't it? Too much. We'll cut a little off after we decide what we're going to do with it. So we've got 1, 2, and we'll cut that out right there. And we can fold this one back. Yeah, let's fold it like that. And then we could fold this over and make a little pocket. So we'd have another little pocket right there. Alright, so if we do it like that, then this is where our seam is. This is where that will be. This is the pocket. We're going to cut a little bit off of the top just to make it a little shorter, because it was pretty close. Alrighty, let's just put you down there. Put this right here and get us a little thumb notch. Just some ink. Okay, I don't know what that was, but there you go. Yeah, we've had our air conditioner guy coming out now. Well, we've been waiting on him for a while. Our air conditioner works. It's just not very cooling. And that's one thing you don't want in West Texas in the middle of the summer. Not even the middle of the summer. It is May the 31st. So, but it does get warm. There we go. Okay, put a little bit of glue there, and we have another page. Put my glasses back on if I can find them. They're on top of my head, which is where they usually are when I can't find them. All right, so we know we're going to have this one is our outside. And let's see here. That's maybe, I don't know, I really kind of like that. Maybe that would work better. What do y'all think? I like that idea. And then open this up and there's a pocket. The only problem with that is it's going to mean we have to have a little bitty tag here. But that's not a problem really. Oh, I didn't finish inking yet, though. Oh, my lordy gracious sakes. And my grandsons are going to come. 2 of my grandsons. I have 3. But 2 of them, the younger 2, are going to come and spend some time with Nana and Granddad for a little bit. Okay, now this is going to be, we know that one's a little tall. It's going to fit just like that. Then we'll put this little piece in next. Kind of even them up. And then maybe, well, we don't want 2 lined ones, so we'll put this one in here next. Put you there. Now, I wonder how that's going to be. Is that going to work all right? Let's see. We shall see. Then we can put this one right in here. This is just a fold out. I mean, it's not a flip out or fold out or anything. And then we can have this one. And put that one right there like that. Put that coming in there. And then we'll put this one, it's a little smaller, so we'll put this one in the middle. And I think that will work perfectly. Okay, so if we put that, is that going to fit in our little book? And it does hang out just a little bit, but I don't know that it would be worth redoing everything for. So we could fold this in ever so slightly. A little bit, maybe in a little bit we could put a little piece of lace down that so that it doesn't show. That would work, but I think that will be perfect, just like that. Okay, even. Now then, and I failed to tell y'all when I first started this. I was so frustrated. I've calmed down a little bit. But this little journal was inspired by Kathy at Kathy's Garden. And so y'all take a look and see how a pro does it. not pay attention so much to me. I kind of can mess up anything. But I'm going to glue paper clip this just so these pages don't move around a whole lot. Because in Kathy's video, she showed us how to do a really, really cool way to get your holes in here for your spine. So I have this. It's going to fit right there. Going to fold up, and it's going to be closed up in there. There's our eyelet that we put on for our tie in a minute. I just left that on there because I didn't have another sheet of this to use, so I had to go back and tear it apart and try to use what I had. So this is a fixing spot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut me a little piece of this. And I think that I have used this before. So I think that's about the same size. It's just a piece of scratch paper. And let's try to do it a little straighter, okay? Cut this off. And what you want is you want this little strip to be as long as your pages in your book, okay? So there's your book, 6 inches. You want your paper 6 inches. You're going to take this piece of paper and fold it in half like this. Okay, press it down. Take the paper up, fold it in half this way. And fold it in half once again. So you end up with that little strip that was 6 inches folded into fourths. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so we have it in fourths. Open it up. Get our little pencil right here at this crease where this folds in this way. We're going to put a little dot. At the halfway mark here, we're going to put a dot. And on the last quarter that divides the third and fourth quarter together, we're going to put a little dot. Okay? Going to get our needle. And I'm going to go ahead and get us some thread in here. This is what I'm using is just waxed thread that's kind of for bookbinding, and I do approximately 3 times the length of the book to make sure I have plenty for what I need. Get it in my little tiny nail here. Feels like a nail. It's a big-eyed needle, and it works great for me because I can't see. So let's put this over here and let's get that out of the way before we stick our hand in it. So we're going to open up our little journal once again. We're going to put this in here. And figure it right in the center. Right in the center. Make sure we've got it folded. And then we're going to kind of fold it up like this in a V. And with our awl, you have an awl or a sticky tool or a pokey tool. Let me find my little, I use this little punching board from Sizzix. I've had it forever, but you can see all the little holes in it. But it keeps from going into my glass. So we're going to fold it up like this so we make sure that it's in the V as well as can be. And we're going to go right there where that pencil mark is, and we're going to make our first hole, our second hole, and our third hole. And then we're going to take this little piece out. We don't need that anymore. We're going to fold up our book, take up our needle, and usually when I do this, I can't remember what kind of stitch this is called, but lots of junk journalers use this 3-hole stitch or a 5-hole stitch, which is very similar. Usually we start in this center hole on the inside so that our little dangles will hang down here. But we want to do it like this one, and we want to have our dangles on the outside of our book, like this. So instead of starting in the middle, we're going to start in the back. Go through the center hole. Be sure and leave us dangle time. We need dangle room here. Needs to be at least as long as from there to the book. Go down this hole. Pull it up. And then we're going to go back through in this hole, if that's the hole. Sometimes it's hard to see. There we go. And I don't know about my glasses. I see up close better sometimes without them than I do with them. Okay, so there we go. Now we have our string on the inside. So we're going to go back through here in the very spot we started, come through on the opposite side of this string that's going down the spine. Okay, let me pull this through and I'll show you what I mean. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull my needle off. Now we have one string here, we have the spine string here in the center, and the other string over here. Okay, we want one string on this side, one string on this side, and then we're going to pull tightly. Make sure that this isn't bunched up anywhere in here, and I just bunched it up a little bit, so I'm going to pull it again. And then we are going to tie 2 knots. We're going to do first the left knot over the right knot and pull it tight, And then we're going to do the right knot, or right string over the left string and do a knot. Pull it tight. And this wax thread does pretty good. Well, I know I had some, there we go. I knew I had some scissors here somewhere. There we go, we've got that cut off. Let's put you over there. And put you there. And now we have our little book. We can take our paper clips off. Put them back in here. Now, if you want to put a pocket here in the front, you certainly can. You can put a pocket here, a little pocket this way. You could put another pocket going down the side. I'm going to wait on doing this one simply because I'm not real sure what I'm going to use this in. Yellow's not my favorite color, so I kind of hold off on yellow things. I know, everybody loves yellow but me. But I'm gonna leave that, and then that way I can maybe coordinate these pockets as well as the tags in here to the journal that I'm going to put this in, and kind of use that to kind of tie it together, because we've got our fold outs, we have a pocket, writing space, we have a fold out, we have another little fold out, a pocket, just a sheet of paper with another pocket, just a sheet of paper with some lines, another paper, another fold out, our little writing paper, and our front, and our cover. Didn't do a very good job of evening that up, but people who know me know that's okay. That's okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our little, pull that down so that that will kind of train these strings to go down. And I've got some little charms here. And because this has these pretty little daisies, you can see them all over in here, I thought I have a little daisy charm. So I grabbed that one, and I'm going to put it on here. And I want these to be above the book, because when I stick them down into a pocket, I don't want to have to be fighting with these charms to get it in there. So I'm just going to make sure that it's clearing the bottom of the book. Then again, we're going to start with the right side this time. Right over left, pull tight, and then left over right. Sometimes that's kind of hard for me. Poke it in there. Pull it real tight. Now, I go ahead and put just a little dab of fabric tack on it. Maybe I've glued my, there we go. Glued my little thing down in the hole. Just as a precaution. I don't think you need it, but it makes me feel better that it's not going to come untied, especially after I clip this. Okay, so I'm going to clip that off right there. We have one charm. Then we're going to put the dragonfly on here. We always have to have dragonfly. You know we have to have dragonfly. And so I'm going to put the dragonfly on here, and I'm going to put this little key. It's a really cute little key with a heart on it. I thought, oh, that's cute. So we'll put that on there. And pull. Well, let's do it all again, because I lost it. It stuck to me, and goodness gracious. Okay. We have that one in. Let's get this one in. There we go. Have you ever seen anybody struggle trying to put a little string through a little jump ring? Crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay, now we're going to open it up a little bit. I want it to be a little bit lower than this other one was. So we'll make sure that it doesn't interfere with the bottom. And we're going to right over left. And tie. we'll put just a little drop of glue, just a little drop of glue right here. And we'll cut this off. And there we go. Okay, there we go. So those are all just right where we wanted them. Very cool. Now, the last thing that we have to do is to put our little, this is a little piece of sari silk. And I know that this is really a little bit short compared to where I would like for it to be. It's about 26 inches long. I'd like it to probably be closer to 30, but this is how long it was. So we're going to go with it. I'm going to take this end, fold it, put it in this little hole right here, and try to get it to come through that little hole. There we go. So now we've got the strings on the right side, the loop on the left, and we're going to take it and put it like this and fold that. There we go. And you can wrap it around. Let's see, I think I wrap it around this way. And then I have one string under here and the other string the other way, so that you just switch their positions. It makes a little flap right here, a little overlap right here. So it stays a little bit better. You wouldn't even have to tie it really. But then you can tie your little bow. And there you go. And there's your little book. Now, there you go. And then you could just slide this down into a pocket, or you could use it as a tuck-in. You could use it to use a paper clip, clip it into the page. Really kind of however you want to use it. But, like I said in the beginning, I would not do this again for a Masterboard, the pet tape. It just doesn't seem to stick. Maybe it was because of the cardstock I used. Maybe it was if I'd used something else, I don't know, or if I had put this cicada wing stuff on the outside of it, maybe it would have given it something to adhere to a little bit better. I don't know, but it just did not perform for me the way I thought it would. If anybody has any better ideas, please let me know, because I love the look of it. It just looks kind of yucky to me right now. Maybe it'll be better tomorrow when I'm not quite so frustrated, but for right now, it's going to work and it's going to do. And there we go. So we have that one, and then we have the other one that we did in the blue. This one's a little longer. Like I said, it's like had its strings were a little longer. In fact, I think I actually cut this one to fit this book. This one was just, the yellow one was just a little piece that I had, and I thought, oh, you'll work perfectly. But he was a little short. So there we go. And there's our bow, and there it is. So I hope you like this project. I'll try to do better with the next one. And if you like the video or like the project, would you please give me a thumbs up? And I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel. Share with everybody in the world that you know. I'm trying very hard to get some more subscribers, and I think I've gone through all my family and friends, so I'm depending on y'all. So please help me out a little bit there. If you get a chance, go check out my online store. It's at www.pinkdragonflywingz with a Z on the end.com. See what we have in there, and I guess that's it for today. So I'm going to wrap this up, and until next time, you be creative. Thanks for coming with me. Bye-bye.